Let's go to the next fig fruit number 4. Isa Messiah friend or ayar or yara or yara of the Jerusalem is for me, or Christ our cave is for me. Yara Salam. Yar is for me. That's the Yaru of the Hebrew strength 3389 or 84. In Turkish, in Persian, we call it Yar or Ayar. Ayar or Yar, like a teacher or male cow or rock refuge is for me. Yar is for me. Friend is for me. Pal is for me. Christ our cave. That's the cave, because this surah is related to the 2 witnesses as well as the companions of the cave, like the physical real cave, although they were also the companions of the Christ our cave is for me. And so the name of it is Isa Messiah, he Yaur is for me. And this is the lowercase Yaur. We have a capital case Yaur, that is Yauring and friending this Yaur even, and that is Allah. Yaur is for me. Cave, Kaf, Qaur is for me, or Ark, refuge is for me. This is also from Master Rumia, Divan Shams Tabrizi, sonnet number 37. And it's again a very amazing and famous song. This poem is about who is Christ. I repeat this question again and again, and I will reach to the conclusion in the last chapter that will be very short. But if you want to know who is Christ, this poem would help you to understand the crown of the creation of Allah. یا مرا غار مرا عشق جگر خار مرا. Christ is for me, Yar is for me, friend is for me. You are the cave of Allah. خواجه نگهدار مرا، خواجه or the sage of the Magi's. Hold me. نور توی، روح توی، فاتح و فتح مبینا توی. You are the Al-Fatiha that Allah has opened to the creation, and you are the opener of creation to Allah. You are the Fatih, you are the opener, and you are the opened, and you are the one that Allah and Holy Spirit has opened as the portal periscope porch, or the Fathan Mubina of Surah 48, to the earth, to the hellhole, to the creation in the lower cosmos. And so you are the Fatih, you are the opened Iris, or the Hale Halo Haul Arshah. And then you are, that is who is opener after Raqiya, and then the oracle, and the Mudabbarat Amran to Allah, to receive the Amr of Allah. You are the nimbus that is opening, and you are also opened by Allah or by the Holy Spirit. And so you are the Asura 1, you are the Asura 48. We will go into details. Sine Mashru, you are the burning and talking and open Sine, Sinai, breast, bosom. Sutui Golataman, you are the Sur, you are the blessing, Mahisha, Syria. Murghe Kohetur, you are the bird of the Tur Mount of God. Fear from, you are the curse, you are the cure, you are the blessing, you are the lack of blessing. You are the Malek, you are the Melchizedek. Don't hurt me anymore. Don't hurt me anymore. Mayazar mara. حجره خورشید تویی. You are the chamber of Allah His Son. You are the house of the Venus Lady, Anahita Temple, Holy Spirit Bride. You are the house of hope. آهی تویی، روزه امید تویی، تویی. Oh, Mahisha Syria. Ya Diyar Maro. Knock, knock on the door. Open the door, please. Let me in. Let me see Allah, jewel that is in the safe treasure box. Use it, you are the water of life that gives us a glimpse to the light of Allah, to the mercy of Allah. Give this time, in this theurgy, in this mushroom eating session, give me a glimpse of the glory and grace of Allah. Show the subject behind yourself. Oh, salam screen! You are the voice, salam screen. Show me, for God's sake, that Allah behind you. You are the cooked with that fire source. You are the Ra, you are the Alpha to Omega, you are the Scatus to Protus, all the way up. You are the cooked and you are the Ra. Don't leave alone this uncooked and raw piece of crap. Don't leave me uncooked. Blaze me. Scorch me in the fire of love to Allah, because you are burning in the same love, and so we are both lovers of the same beloved. تنم زندی راه دلم راه and urah and the highway of my heart you opened and you show me the exit door, my Tariq track, our Tariq track, our highway opener, the piercing star that rips apart the spider ritual webs of this Shiva Shova Sui devil and its Yugi monsters and boogie baboons. And another style of sing of this one, by voice of Shahram Nazari. Oh, Mahisha Syria, you are the sword and you are the letting in to the blessing. Be kind with this sinful and uncooked piece of paste and dough. خورشید تویی، خانه ناهی تویی، روزه امید تویی. You are the whisper and glass-o-layliyahi lullaby of the hope and hope and hope and love and love and love. No matter how much hatred this companions of the trench are bringing, no matter how much lie and brutality, no matter how much they are ripping apart the Qurans and the Bibles and the prayer mats, and how much they are mocking and sticking their khali tongue out, you're still giving the hope and kivati and quvvati and strength and loving. Dam tui, bam tui, jam tui. You are the cooked one. Magzar mara magzar. Rumia is begging. Don't leave me uncooked. Don't leave me uncooked. Oh, your life charcoal of John 21. Magzar mara. Don't leave me uncooked. Don't leave me uncooked. And another style of reciting the very same song. By Hussein Alizadeh. مرا خار مرا یار مرا خار مرا یار مرا خار مرا عشق جگر خار مرا. Friend is for me, Christ is for me, the heart burning love is for me. یار توی خار توی یار توی خار توی یار توی خار توی یار توی خار توی نگهدار مرا خواجه نگهدار مرا خواجه نگهدار مرا. You are the vine and I am the branch, and so let me bear fruit and stay there, because otherwise I will be picked up and then tossed in outside, and then I will wither, as we read in John 15. And so you are the cave and we are the refugees, and so give us refuge. توی فاتح و مفتوح، توی نور، توی روح، توی فاتح و مفتوح، توی نقمه محشور، توی رفتار مرا. You are the Sambara chamber of the secrets and the meaning. فاتح و مفتوح، توی روح، توی نور، توی فاتح و مفتوح، توی سینه مشروح، توی در رفتار مرا. You are the light of the world. You are the fash of the world. Sur and Mahisha and blessing. You are that. You are the Dawlat and the government of Nasr and Nazarat. You are the Isis of the Nazarat. You are the Haumahi bird of the Tur mountain of Allah or the cave of Allah. Baste be menqar mara. You are the one that is fastened me to his beak and has opened me up on his hair race or the beak. You are the mega bird. You are the super phoenix. بمگذار برا. Don't leave me uncooked. Don't leave me uncooked. Burn me, oh live charcoal, oh burning barzakh boulder. دست کنم، ریز کنم، هست کنم، بیدل و بیدست کنم، جام دهد مست کنم، مار مرا. He is the one that kills, he is the one that gives existence, he is the one that gives wine. He is the one that makes us crazy, he is the one that makes us sober, make us dreamy, drunker. مرا خار مرا یار مرا خار مرا یار مرا خار مرا عشق جگر خار مرا یار توی خار توی خار توی یار توی خار توی خار توی خار توی خار نگهدار خواج نگهدار مرا. Hold us, O Christ. A short blurb about this sweet and ever-fresh fig fruit. If you are an Islam Christian bridal bird of the love lamp of the love Lord, and you are interested to know why the companions of the numerical inscription or Ashab al-Raqim of Surah 18:9 are mentioned side by side in one verse with companions of the cave, that is a physical cave, but again the metaphysical one is Christ, then this delightful lyric poem is for you. In an insensate sense, Christ the Karim is the vineyard, pen, chariot, chamber, mole, kingdom, ark, and cave of Allah, the only one creator. Surah 18, Surah 67, Surah 68, also Surah 52, the mountain of God or the cave of God. They are the same thing. There is an analogy between companions of literal cave and companions of the book cave, or the numerical inscription, or the little biblaridion. The first group sought refuge into a literal cave for 309 years in order to stay in physical and temporal detachment from its disbelieving and sinful environment. However, the second group, or the two orphan boys or the witnesses, could only take refuge in Christ's book cave of Creator for 1260 days. September 2016 started writing all the way to mid 2019. In order to escape from bigoted and biased negligence, ignorance in organized religion, at the route in Buddhic Buddhic atmosphere of the end time, because everything at the end time is extremely polluted. Everybody, thoughtful Pharaoh has produced tremendous amount of the gas from the sciences perspective. You want to look at it. A bunch of chimpanzees are calling it global warming. What the hell is global warming? Every single one of these record-breaking events, they've been caused by Christ, and for a certain number of them I've been asking for from God to give us jolting and poking signs. There is no such thing as global warming or many other things. And so again, the Drug or Durga or Druj completely or the deception and the false and the lie completely has taken over the entire atmosphere of the information input, the food chain, the power chain. All of it is given to this Buddha Abudan. And this Buddha Abudan has brought tremendous amount of bias, bigotry, ignorance, inorganized religion, and also drought, apushtivi, or the abyss, devilly drought that this presence of this Barack Babun Obama has caused at the end time. Taking refuge in Kaukaras book cave of Allah was the only one, was the only way for us to measure our olive oil logos extraction. That again, the only way for a verb for us that we could go for olive oil extraction was the book cave or the archive of God, and that is how we reach to Balagh Mubin, or the legacy speak, or Balaghat, or Lugat. I have handpicked this sweet fig fruit to get Master Rumia to answer to the clever question of who is the Christ book cave, Kahf, Kitab Rabbaka of 1827 of Allahi author. Who is the cave of Creator? Who is the Christ our cave? The Christ book cave, about whom Allah says to Ruzahi Muhammad that in Surah 18 or the Surah of the cave Kaf, in verse 27, that and recite, O Ruzahi Ahmada, what has been revealed to you of the Christ book cave of the only one love Lord of yours. There is no changer of his wine words, and never will you find in other than him a rock, a refuge. Other than him, that's what Allah is telling to him, to Muhammad. And then who is him? He is the refuge, or multahidan, or the lahad, that's the refuge. And so یار مرا غار مرا عشق جگرخوار مرا یار توی غار توی خواجه نگهدار مرا. Helper, Nazareti, friend, teacher, tablet, Jerusalem, or Ayra Salam, or Yara Salam. Your friend is for me. Refuge, rock is for me. Ayra, rock is for me. Christ our cave, refuge is for me. Long distance love, whose grief, pain and ache, heartache, yearning and wanting is eating my fallen liver, is for me. O Isahi Yahu Yasha Vasha Vastaw. You are the Yeru Ayar Yar, helper, friend, teacher. You are the Christ, our cave, refuge. You are the Isa Messiah, Khawaja, Hukha, or Khawaja, or the Master Chief, or the primordial teacher, prince, head, priest of paradise. Please keep me in your company. Nuh, توی you are the Noah, you are the روح, توی فاتح و مفتوح، توی سینه مشروح، توی بردر اسرار مرا. O Isahi Yahoyasha, you are the Noah, you are the Ruach, you are, these are all the accounts that it is talking about Ruhul Amin, or the Muta'in Samma Amin. This is not the Ruha Kodesh, this is Ruha Amin, or Amen Spirit, not Holy Spirit. And that is one entity. Holy Spirit is a combination of all the heavenly angels, as well as angels that are now hearing me in Adama, in Hamuna, in ground form. This is the grounded form. You are supposed to go back to your bird nest, attack to the Israel, catch a bullet and die. You are the opener, the Fatah, Fatiha, Surah Al-Fatiha. You are the opener of the creation to creator. You are the third eye of the creation. You are the chokmai wisdom, or the hawla halo hawla of the Jasper throne that opens the creation to the throne. The four living beings, the 24 elder hours, all of them. You are the middle ring row, the of the four living beings. Their higher ring, ring of the eyes is opening to Allah. You are the middle one, that wherever you go, even higher than their middle ring, eye ring, they are following you. And then their lower ring is full of 24 elder hours. And so you are the Ruh, you are the opener, and you are that third eye iris that gets the word to open to the only one Jasper pupil of the day. And then once it comes to the night, then you are again the Fath Mubin, or the Ufuq Mubin, and then you become the lowercase Jasper throne of Mumbuk Mountain. You are the Fatah, you are the Protos opener of the Mumbuk Mountain, that at your or her Protosi top desktop command center, highest, or the Ufuq al-A'la level of the holy of the holies, or the Debiri oracle, would open up the creation, or the Shamaimi sea, or yourself to Allah, creator commander, just like a third eye that opens the bride body book to Allah, crown king. And you are also the opener, the maftuh, the fatihad, that Allah has opened you. You can look at it that way, is correcter. But of Mumbuk Mountain, that Allah, crown king, creator, commander, pupil, has opened him as Isahi Irisa, or the Nimbus, or the Ruhi rainbow, or the Ein Sof, or the Rajal Arjai Edgefoot, or the halo corona aura. And again, let's go for the halo one more time. The halo. Who is the halo, or the hawlahu, or the hawle? Around the Jasper throne, or around creator, or the halo. And that you are the hawlahu, you are the halo, or the rajul arja, or the corona aura, or the kabudi cotton cloud. That's the thick grace kabud cloud, and the glorious Quza, or Jawza, or Qaza'i of the Isaiah 11:1, or the white woolly garment, Labushal shawl of Isaiah 6:1, or Daniel 7:9. In addition to Protosi top, that you are getting the name of the opener here, that is opened by Allah, and also is opening the creation to Allah. You are or the event horizon of the Allah singularity, that gets the creation to see the infinity. In addition to Protosi top of Christ the Karim, who renders both of the subject objective qualities of being the opener and opener, and Fatih and Maftuh. It is by Allah pupil that is opener, and opener it is to Allah pupil. For the bright body Edeni day, Christ Kalimi Arkev renders both of these subjective qualities at then you are rendering both of these objective qualities at your Skatani end or the down hard cover. This is how the preeminency pass of the in him, through him, for him gets to his bottom, belly button, or the Zohari window of the Genesis 16, the window of the Noah's Ark. The Ark of the Noah is the heaven, and becomes the opener or the Fath Mubin, or at this part, the Fatiha of the Edeni expands in sapphire style to us in hellhole, while he is openat or the Fathan Mubinat, Surah 48, or Binat mouse, or the Bayna, or the betweening, or the talking, or distincting, or discerning mouse, that is opened by Allah and his bride at his back. And that is how God is talking with us in hellhole. You are the Zion Sinini Sineha, the burning breast of John 13:23. You are the Sine breast who is openah mashruh, and I am knocking at that door of the Sambara safe of solar secrets. Isa Mesayyahi Misbah, نور توی، سور توی، دولت منصور توی، مرغ که تور توی، خسته به منقار مرا. You are the Nooring, Surah 24, or the Fash of John 18:12. You are the Noor, light of the lower cosmos night. You are the Mahish, Asura, Assyria, blessing, Asura, Surat, Genesis, Assyrian of Genesis 2:14, or the assuring, a blessing and guiding and blessing giving, banquet, feast, fire, binding, force, or Azar, or Auzara, bright burning morning day dordisk. Here Hebrew 833, you are that Assyria, he Mahisha, Syria. You are the Nazarat Ansar Hassan Nasrullah, he friend, or friend of Hassan Nasrullah, or helpful and supportive and victorious and friend ally, who is watchful Nazar over his bride that is being raped by the Buddhic baboons of Tamuster, as Melchizedek, master of the heavenly mulk, a black Galilee bride, as the Malik, master of the hellhole, as well as also Malak al-Maut, or the angel of death, the owner of the angel of death, that has all the many angels that are can be programmed for this life taking. Isahiyahu Yasha Vause Vasta, you are the Haoma Hi Haima, or the Haoma Hauma Hi Homa Berda of the fortune, or Hemmat and Sa'adat. Again, Haima or the Haoma means the same thing, or the blood, or the like the red blood vessels. You are the Haoma Hi Homa and Hemmat Sa'adat, or ihtimam, or the love, light, will, power, who flies up and down in your salsabili spine. Again, Christ can come out and ba'as and then reaches to this Katan, and then on the door of the Eden, and then open the door for us, or he can close the door and then from a Skatani end goes all the way, jumps up into his spine, or the Salsabili pass of Salam, or a spring of life. That's the name of the spring of life, or the Salam pathway, or the river of the life that comes from a higher Jasper stony pupil Allah. And then you can go all the way up, and then Nimbus Iris, Hale Hail Howl around Allah's throne. And so you can go into yourself. That's the meaning of being double tropos. He is the only double tropos one. Although we have the 4 living beings that are working in a double troposy way too, but their double troposy mode is a subcategory of the double troposy mode of Christ. And so he, because they are also going, their eyes are looking outside of the creation, and they can look inside the creation that is inside the 4 living beings. In the same way, Christ can go inside himself where the 4 living beings are, as well as he can come outside of himself, or the heaven, and then moonshine out, or even as I said, walking out inside, or emanating outside. That's why again we call it the Haumahi bird, and this Haumahi bird is jumping up and down in the birdness, and the shaft of the birdness is the Salsabili spine, Rakia, trunk, knee, Galamos, boulevard, or the backbone, or the trunk of tree of life. And that is how he's jumping up and down, bouncing up and down. Or Shamaimi, shaft spring of Aturi Mount. And again, this is the Haumahi bird, and that's one of the names of Christ, or Homa bird. Sometimes you fly rose standa, or zu marratan fastawa up. And that is precisely what we have it in Ezekiel 10:4, in Surah 53 verse 6. When he sometimes you say vap, or stava, or satva, or set up, and you go all the way up, and gets the 24 elder hours to become fulfilled with the fire, and then the Eden day is gloriously set, and that is called bouncing up, or the or you can go and receive the 7 seal scroll from Halo Howl of Allah. That is what we read here in Surah 53:6, that I will bring it in the last part. The 7 seal scroll according to Holy Quran and Paraclete. And he went up and took the 7 seal scroll out of the right hand, which means the immediate periphery, or the underneath. There is no right and left in heaven, of Allah that sat upon the throne, or the Revelation 5:7. That's what we have of the bouncing up, like shooting superstar bird, or the Najm, that's another name of Christ, or Najm al-Shi'ra, or the Sirius star that can not only come and shine in the daylight but also can go like a superstar inside the day, who goes above of holy of holies, or الأفق الأعلى, who is in the أفق الأعلى, or who is above the horizon of the holy of the holies, that is hovering above the entire creation, while he is the holy halo howling, and the rajul are jawing around the Allahi throne, or the Yasin Yasnam, Izad Yazdan, Yazish Vorsi Yishau, Yashmi Yasper, Yashef Estona. And that is how Christ is went up in order to receive the seven seal scroll in knowledge scroll. So Marrat Fastava, that is he set up, or the set up, or save up, or went up to receive the seven seal scroll, or the program word, or the USB of the execution of the hour. And indeed this bouncing bird is for bouncing all the way up to receive the ilm sa'at, or the knowledge of the sa'at, or the USB of the hour, or the seven seal scroll, or the knowledge of the hour and execution of the hour upon the creation from creator. And he went bounced up. That's why we read in 43:61 that Isa is responsible for going and receiving it up, and that's how he, the super phoenix of the Aryan bird nest, goes all the way up to receive it from the creator. And indeed Isa will be for receiving knowledge USB scroll of the aura. From who? From where? From Surah 53 verse 9. From listen to Kiyubitahi Fakana Gaba Gausain Aw Adna. From the listen to Kiyubitahi arc distance, or listen to Ein Sufi Qishet Qausain, that's the Qaus, or the Qishet, or the Qaus, or the arc coronas, 53:9. And that listen to Irisahi rainbow radiance, or the irradiance radiance, or the rainbowy right hand, or the immediate underneath, or Rajal Arja'i foot edge aura, or the halo, or the Qibla Kabalahi Qab Allah, or the frame of Allah, or the Laqab Qab Qab, which means the frame, rim of Allah. When you do your super birdie flight, raise a stand, or that is Zu Marrat Fastava of Ezekiel 10:4, or Revelation 5:7. They are talking about the same thing, that shooted up to the third eye threshold, or the Python Fatan Miftani Alord Mammon eye hole iris of the heaven house. She becomes fulfilled with the Kabudi love light Karamat, or the charming Karim Karaman, the golden glory grace of Allahi crown, or pupil, or face, or keter, or qudrat, or of qadir, or the qadr. And sometimes you super study Homa bird of the Turturi temple, come down, dua summa danna fatadalla. And so from all there you come down and then to 53.8, that is Surah 53.8, from Protosi top to Eskatani end foundation, or the Yesod Kushini glass hardcover, or the full moon, or the Qamar Qaus, or the disc tablet course of Moonbook Mount, and then by merciful means of moonshine Sinai Zionahing into the lower night Con Canyon hellhole nocturnal nose. You would خسته به منقار مرا, you would wish to pick me or paint the lover up with your El Paran pronoi, or the Homa Parandei Berdahi Bik, or the Mengar, that is coming from the Nakara, or the Nakara is coming from that, or the Mengar, Nakara, Persian, Arabic, Hebrew. That's the meaning of the Nakara, which means big, or the cleft, that we have it in Ezekiel, Exodus 33:22. Here we have it as the Mengar, that you are getting me in your beak, or the hair rays, or the arrows that are coming from you, or the straight hairs of the Shibati rod of iron, or the graceful hair rays, or the yellow camel wool, or the golden glory glera, or the white wool katanahi klefta of carousel corner stona, or the sababa, or the carousel causal cords, and that we read, or the buraq. And the buraq, who is the buraq? Buraq is this, or the barq, that is going to fart down and silence down the barak, from the same root barak of the under Indrai thunder. This is and so these buraqs are coming, these lightnings are all coming from Christ the Karim, and these buraqs, we call them beaks of this mega bird, a buraqing beak, whose thunderbolt at Genie Veilma, whose thunderbolt at Genie Veilman got Moses to become awe-struck, and Kharra Musa Sa'iqan. And that is related again to Exodus 33:22. And so this is the bird, and so Morgh, you are the Haumahi bird of the Tur, Surah 52 and 20. You are the bird of the mountain of God, that you go all the way up into the Tur cave mount, and then you can also bounce down, bounce up, and you can bounce down. Once you bounce up, we say Ostova, or Seva up, or Satva up. And that is how he went and received فَأَوْهَا إِلَىٰ عَبْدِهِ مَا أَوْهَا, and that is how Allah revealed to his عبدا من عبادنا آتيناه رحمة من عندنا وعلمناه من لدنا علما, and that is the element that he has received, or the knowledge of the hour that we read in before, as well as in 43:61. And so Isa went up for receiving knowledge, USP of the aura from Allah, and Allah revealed فَأَوْهَا, and revealed Allah to his slave what he revealed to that slave. And what was that ma? What is this ma pronoun is referring to? It is referring to al-Musa'at, or the knowledge of the hour, or the seven seal scroll and execution of judgment and judgment day and resetting the system that is malfunctioned with tremendous amount of wicked viruses. And when he bounces up, he goes and less than 2 arcs, he rings or Kabbalah Qabulai Qaballah. So he frames the Allah. He Qaba in Arabic or Persian, or Qaba or Qaballah, or the Qab or Qabulat Allahs, or the Qiblas, or the accepts Allah and frames the great name of the Creator. And what is that? Allah, Yasin Yasna, Izad Yazdan, Haliya Allahi Allah. And that is why again he is called, the Master Rumia is calling him that you are the bird, super bird of the mountain of God, and with your beak you have God might not see, or the forelock, as we read in Ezekiel 8 verse 2, when Ezekiel is in a spirit, then Ruh of Allah, or Ruh al-Amin, comes and then gets him from his natsiyah, or the beak, or the forelock, the beak of the Haumahi bird, and then lift him up above the Galilee garden. That's the basically the Haumahi bird of the Zoroastrians that we have read about it. This is the Morgh Kohetu, or the super phoenix of the mountain of God. And this is how Moses was hold. The tzitzit, or the forelock of the Moses is hold or held or grabbed by the tzitzit, by the beak of the Haumahi bird. When glory of Allah comes from the fiery mouth of the bird, and then pulverizes a jinn mount in the Galilee garden. We have tremendous amount of respect for Homaber in Zoroastrian poetry. That's why he is the mega bird, or El Paran Prana Proinosi bird with the backpack of the seven sisters, 7 stars. Again, you can see there are almost every poet in Persian poetry, they have sang and called, and he is called the Homa is the bird of the Sa'adat and the blessing, or Asura, and assuring. And above whoever this bird sits, then we say that that's the lucky person or the king. قطره توی بحر توی لطف توی قهر توی قند توی زهر توی پیش میازار مرا. O Isa, you are the distilling dewdrop, or the katiroi qotrati blood blaba. That's why in Asura 1896 he says that to the elders of Ezekiel 8:11, that or also Revelation chapter 5, the prayers of the saints, or the incense that gets that incense, he qatre, that is coming from Qaf of Allah, comes and drops in order to reinforce the mega dam on the earth, or any other person. And so that is how the distilling dewdrop, or the katiroi blood blaba, or the rozahi incense of the Revelation 5:8 is coming from the Salsabili spring of the prayer river of the Allahu Akbaring Takbira, the great river that you read in Ezekiel 10:6, and this is the Kabir, or the Akbaring Allahu Akbaring river. At that river, its name is Sabil, and then that is how prayers of the saints are coming in form of a du'ahi, and then drops out into the hell night. You are the distilling dew dropleta. You are the sweet threshed Christ sea, or the sky Shamaim. You are the sweet ocean of Islamic essence. You are the kind grace of Allah. You are the wine-press treading grass of Allah. Yahu Yasha Vasha Vasta. You are the emancipating Christ candy, or the halal cubensis manna. By refraining from pouring rahmati ruh into that mushroom, or the cubensis candy, you become what? You are the poison. You are the soma poison, and you are the zahr, or the poison, or the venom. You are the curse poison. So don't hurt me anymore. حجره خورشید توی، خانه ناهی توی، روزه امی توی، راه ده ای یار مرا. O Isa, he are cave of Allah. You are the Sambara, Shambara, Chambara, Hujre of Allah, his salam sun source. You are the temple home, or the Zohar Mazhar, Zahari's manifested appearance window of not only the sun, but also the Venus, or the Zohari bright bribe, or the Anahita Nahid, Nahet or Nahed, coming from the same root word of the Nahid, Anahita, his or temple ocean of sweet water wars, or the Venusy woman, or the amorous Emran lady, or the secondary part of the Shamaim, فرعها في السماء, who after Christ moon would shema, or hear, or ear, or sama, or samu Allah, or فرعها في السماء, والنجم الشجر يسجدان, and sama as hear, or give ear to tetragrammatani be اسم الله, or the Hashem naming it word, crown, capital crown, logos Allah, Hebrew strength 433. That's the great name, Allah. Or the Shamaimi, 7 stars, also we call the Nahid, or the Venus, or Anahita temple of the sweet waters, also called as the Shamaim, 7 stars. Genesis 1:16, Revelation 1:16, Holy Quran, chapter 16, verse 16, or Surah 53 و مواقع النجم فأقسم بمواقع النجم who hear ear ayah from to at Allah's salam sun source. And that's why it says that you are the chamber of the Venus, you are the chamber of sun, O you messianic moon. You are the heavenly homily of hope, or high power hope, or holy quwwat qawa qivati on hopeless earth of Pharaoh Buddha. That the rag force of these Hindu hellions are hoping for what? For nirvana into oblivion and attacking to heaven. So let me in your solar self and give me a high word way route orach or the masiling tariq track. Give me a way to come into you, because you are the only way to Allah. روز توی روزه توی حاصل دریوزه توی آب توی کوزه توی آب دهیم بار مرا. Isa, you are the cow Christ, KVD, Yom, Genesis 1, 5, 8, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 23, and 31. Not only you are the Yom, but you are the Yam also. You are the sweet ocean, and you are the day, and you are, that's where the Imam comes. Imam. And the ocean of the day of Allah's salam sun source. And thus by controlling the access to the love light of Allah's salam sun source as his nuring ledge of knowledge, or the blocking barrier, Borzakh barrier, floodgate dam that washes the ants of the valley, you are the hellish and cold and dry and nocturnal absence. You are the ruze, or the fasting and fasting of awe. And once that awe is taken, then nothing remains. This is one of those awe to our Imam Aliyah. Haydar, 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 Haydar. Haydar, 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 Haydar. Haydar is the hour 9 and 18 with John the Baptist. They are the brother pairs together, and because no one born from the mother is as blessed as John the Baptist. Yahya, that is Imam Ali, pair of Yahya. Haydar, Haydar, Awwal Akhir. هیدر هیدر ساقی کوثر هیدر And Mother Fatima went all the way up beside the Theotokos to welcome the Blessed Mothers, not LGBT lesbian whores that abduct the blessed word of mother. Two whores can never become a mother. No matter how much wealth and luxury they might give to an adopted baby that they have kidnapped, but those psychopaths that must go to mental hospital, they cannot be mothers. And Theotokos and Mother Fatima, they are going to welcome the mothers soon to their heavenly home. Heydar, heydar, heydar. This Haydar is the grandfather of the rider on the red horse, or the Indrajit that is going to cheat or smother and choke your under Indranic fart soon. And so آب توی کوزه تی آب دهیم بار مرا. And so you are the absence and the fasting of awe and truthful love light. You are also and again by absence of it, then it becomes the rosé. That's why it is the floodgate or the dam, and can bring drought. Actually, the drought and the rain, everything, if cloud wants, he rains, if doesn't, he refrains from. That's why everything is being controlled. This funky orangutan Apushtiv is just a joke. All he can do is to hurt the hearts, and that's it. You are also the Rosie Asperahi reward word wine for the ascowing beggar. حاصل دریوزه تویی. They door disc knocker. Knock and it will be open to you. That's why you are called the master angel of both waters. That is all. If you want, you can make the dark room to as light, get the like day. You can. That's what is going to be the judgment when the Messiah will metamorphose. Then dark room will not be dark anymore. Although the dark matter, dark energy style of the dark room will be dark, but he's going to moonshine in it. and again I forgot which verse, but everybody will see, everyone that is going to go to the book of life is going to see the hellfire or death or the sorrow, and then they will go to absolute joy and of investing in the bank of Allah, and sending prayers to the praiseworthy. And at the same time, every disbeliever will see the moonshine and in grace of God, and then they will see what holy means. Holy, ho Allah, that's the whole HAL, ho Allah, or DL, the holy Allah, that makes it holy. And they will see the only one, La ilaha illa Allah. They see the only source of the holiness, that is getting the moon to emanate holiness, and then they will love it, but then they will fall into sorrow of not buying that holy quwwat, qiwatoy, hope, or kivity, which means hope, that holy hope that he was giving. And that's how they will go hopelessly fall into hellfire, that is sorrow and regret. Isa, you are the La ilaha illallah in water, word wine of the love life light, with zun zanjavili, buta zinjavanai, ginger taster of Yahuwallah, who is the Haqq, who Khda Haqiyus Ta'altius Ta'ala. You are the cave container, the castoral case, or the higher cosmos, Ka's, Ka'sam min mu'in, or the Ka's Kafur, in these verses. So this cosmos case, cup, so this theonanakteli theurgy time, give me water word wine of 99 named nectar, and let me salam screen. Master Rumia is begging to salam screen that, for God's sake, change from the mirroring mode to the transparent, and then show me the back. دانه توی دام توی باده توی جام توی پخته توی خام بمگذار مرا. Isa, you are the cubensis candy grain habban seed. You are the truthful tryptamine trap, that God said don't eat from it, and that was just a trap for organizing the free will. God already knew what's gonna happen. You are this potiony wine of meeting sacratal mode, that you were running away from it, or I was running away from it. Now it is going to be hurled into my throat, or the tryptamine potion, wine of the meeting of the holy beauty of the merciful, or agnic enlightenment of the soma poison. They are both of them, because when God is Allah is imbuing the mushroom with grace or mennat or favor, then it becomes manna of that is full of mennat or mani of God, or a sperm of God, or favor of God. But when God refrains it, then it will become the soma poison, and that is how God is controlling what's gonna become what mode the nanactal is going to have. You are the cubensis cup, holy grain of the Bismillahi blada. Isahiyahu Yasha Vase Vasta. You are the protos to Eskatoni, cooked, baked, roasted, this paste, which is Bernah. But you are cooked. That's what it says, that you are cooked, you are baked, you are roasted. By what? By getting close to Ahura Mazda, he fire. And so you are the cooked this paste, you are, which is burned by forgiveful fire of Allah. You are the Alpha to Omega, raw, cold, crude, this paste, base ma mahin, or nakhushat, or the nahaset, or the kirsch copra copper, or the empty energy of the sounding soil salsal, or the ethnos tian tanatosi kundalini clay of the empty energy. But again, a computer is not only electrical shock that can get, I don't know, something that brings energy. You are not only energy, but you are a programming rebel, that you are both. You are the word and you are that power cord energy, something like that. And Ra Dadichi Do Dirt, again, that's the salsal that we have, or the soil. Or as we read, you are so you are the roast and cooked. Also, you are the Alpha to Omega. That because it says that you are the Alpha to Omega, raw, cold. You are the cooked. You are the raw. So please don't leave me raw, because you have been raw and you know that what the hell it is. And so cook me, or live charcoal of Allah, or shell of the furnace oven, cook me. این تن اگر کم تندی راه دلم کم زندی راه شدی تا نبودی این همه گفتار مرا. If I weave a spider ritual cobra web, do body tantra tanidan, that's the tanidan is coming from here, or the tantra, or the tanin, or the matan, or the matan with this 10, or this 10, or this 10, or this tantra, which means weaving Philistines, false, or toroidal field that can get like that Yugi vacuum cleaner, retard Yugi Boogie Joliet that reaches to 5,000 of them. That's how you can tiny down and weave on sex, or go like a thirsty camel and drink from salt water. But that is how you can weave a web. If I weave a web, or the matan, less text, letter, body, nafs. If I weave less ego, if I weave ego less, then it is less likely that it interrupts my heart way out of Kundalini clay. You become high word way, route rah of the Isaiah 19:23, or the Masol sailing Tariq track out of Kundalini clay before your moon shining appearance, or before you there was no bina, or there was no bayan, or discernment, or distinguishing talk, eloquence, or silence breaking logos in me, my muted dead mind, or the amnesia ash. Fig fruit number 5. How could I have known that this passionate potion or this potion of Surah 50 verse 90, Sakratul Maut, or this wine or this blood of Christ is going to make me this much crazy or drunk, dreamer and childish. This is a very eschatological song of Master Rumia. It is something equal to Ezekiel 38 and 39, although it has not only focusing at the end time, but in a much broader sense. That is also just like me, like one of the he is like the one of the shuyukhs that goes according to Surah 40, I think verse 67, into Arzal al-Orb, or reach to this before dying, and so or Arzal al-Orb of Surah 22 verse 5, by eating the forbidden fruit. And so he said he's saying that, like, how could I know that when I'm eating the forbidden fruit then I'm going to go fall into that, and then after Laylatul Qabr, or night of the grave and dying, mercy of God will come, and I will be granted to the night of metamorphosis, or Laylatul Qadr, and then I will be given the holy crown, Christ crown, and then I will become a drunk, dreamer, lover, childish lover. چه دانستم که این سودا مرا زینسان کند مجنون. And so that is how it is all about becoming majnoon, but not again, that's a way of dreaming that is billions of times more sober than the sober-minded, mindful adults. Master Rumia, Divan Shams Tabrizi, sonnet number 1855. As we had the revelation in one page, now we have Revelation, Book of Revelation in one poem. That was the honey hadith of Prophet Muhammad. Now we go to another poem of Master Rumia that has cologne and taste and a smell, eschatological smell. It is written by Humayun Shajarian in different styles, 3 different styles. This is one. And then I have provided, according to the context of the song, it is related to the turmoils of eating and what will happen behind that, and what kind of ocean or dark matter, dark energy ocean or skies or the Vayu void you are going into. And the one that we have already watched in previous sermons.
چه دانستم که این سودا مرا زینسان کند مجنون، دلم را دوزخی سازد، دو چشمم را کند جیحون. چه دانستم که این سودا مرا زینسان کند مجنون، دلم را دوزخی سازد، دل چشمم را کند جیحون.
Eating of this little scroll was honey in the mouth, but when I digested it, then it made my stomach or my heart sour because of a tremendous amount of sorrow and cry that is going to come, and how much this monstrous spider of lie has wrapped around our thick spider web of lies. These Buddhic baboons, or this Lamia of Dalai Lamia, or the beast of the night sea, dragon of the night sea, and so that's the as what we read in Revelation 10. Eating of the Manamonic scroll is honey, but once you digest that honey, then it is horrifying. And that is the hour, and no one on heaven and the earth is indeed able to go and get the execution of the hour from Allah unless Christ. Many of us are going to be Jehun.
ناگاه برباید، چو کشتیم در اندازد میانه قلزم پرخون. چو این تبدیل آمد، نه هامون ماند و نیز دریا.
When these turmoils and these anti-mechanisms came, neither Hamun or Adama or Hamuna or the desert or the ground or the human remained, nor the sea. Entire system is going to become resetted because of tremendous amount of Buddhic bug and Vishnuic virus. This is about the Hamun or the Hamun Gog of, or human, or Zamuna or Zamina, or the Zamuni Zamini, the time space. God is gonna wrap it and toss it in the garbage can. That is called the Hamun or human. That's the end of the human and time and space.
که چون غرق است در بیچون.
This is another style of the same song. Although the subtitle is not accurate, but
چه دانستم که این سودا.
Oh people, don't sleep that the hour that is coming that we're all going to be screaming. Evacuate earth, oh mankind. Rip apart your human skin and go into angelic mode. This is the speaker of the Imam Mahdi, the rider on the red horse, Al-Jafrul Ahmar, that is going to cut the crap, attack to Israel, pulverize these Buddhist baboons. Oh Muslims and Christians, they are butchering your neighbor. How are you loving your neighbor? That is, how am I loving my neighbor?
چه دانستم که سیلابی مرا ناگاه برباید، مرا ناگاه برباید. چو کشتیم در اندازد میان قلزم پرخون.
How could I know that the flood is going to come and sweep me away and toss me into the bloody river of the Eshkol or the Ashkals and Ashkal and the foam and the scum and the bottomless pit and the Dead Sea and the hellfire, and then sweet ocean comes, breeze comes.
زند موجی بران کشتی که تخت تخت بشکافد، که از هر تخت فرو ریزد ز گردش های گوناگون.
Plank by plank, the boat of ego was destroyed, and a whale came, the Apushtiv, the Antichrist, came and swallowed the sweet ocean of religious belief. This monster came and called it superstition with bunch of scientists, chimpanzees, and Copernicuses, Descartes, Kants, Galilees, bunch of Phrygian fartful hats, turned it into completely science-ravaged civilization of sodomite scumbags. And when came Hamun, and when came these changes, then God terminated us, and Hamun, or human, or Adama, or desert didn't remain, nor the sea, both the dry land. This Hamun is the flat land, or the Yebeshi flat. This flat earth retards that are talking about the flat earth is not flat, and this hormone is not the desert that you see with the cameras you go and do photography. This hormone is the Galilee-Gardenic plane or the Malakuti membrane, and that is in the spirit realm, and that is the sea of dark matter, dark energy, that is Dalai Lama devil. Lamia of the devil is lumbing dark matter, dark energy there. چه دانم من دگر چون شد که چون غرق است در بیچون. Why and what this thing doesn't have? Because the reason and the questioning is not there. The decree of Allah is coming. Who the hell are we to question? It's the end of our species. Hamuna. And so how could I have known that eating, Genesis 3:1, this melancholic milk of cow Christ or Haoma, his soda potion, will make me this much Christ crazy or Mannamunic or lunar logos lunatic? How could I have known that it or the psilocybin mushroom is going to show to me my private pit pot part, a naked nocturnal nataf or Shiva Shova Suik destruction? Again, because as we read in 7:22 or Genesis 3:22 or Genesis 3:3, eating that has basically caused me, as we read in Surah 18 verse 75, the death of mine, or going to Arzal al-Umr in 2013, and the destruction, and turn my heart to hellish anger due to seeing how lively Dark Durga dragon is murdering innocent Hizbullahi ships, and turn my eyes into weeping like the Jihun of Genesis 2 verse 12, of Jihun or the tear-jaculating eye, that I started crying and crying, and then again it was sweet at this once you eat it, but the scroll has the bitter side of the truth, and then that's how, as we read in Revelation 10, it turns my heart and stomach and eyes sour, and then I start crying for myself, for so many soulmates of mine that are going to be exterminated. چه دانستم که سیلابی مرا ناگاه برباید چو کشتیم در اندازد میان قلزم پرخون. How could I have known that a Tabriziyah solar flood, that is, again, this is a bidirectional highway or flood canal conduit, or the Masol sail, Masiling, Masila, sail, that's the sail of the that we have it in Surah 13 verse 17, is going to steal me suddenly from myself, like the fisherman that got the Pradyumna Prudo of Lord of the Rings, or the Rigveda rot of reptiles from myself, and then I was taken from myself, and a sunken boat, and like a sunken boat my dead منكم من يتوفى من قبل Surah 40 verse 67, or Maut Genesis 33, or the killed Surah 18 verse 74, not 75, 74, and Revelation 11:5, that they must be killed in the same way, and that is the killing or eating and then dying, or Surah 22 verse 5, or 95:5, or the ثم رددناکم اسفل السافلین, or و منکم من یرد الارذل العمر. And so, unlike a sunken boat, I was thrown, casted, fallen into bloody Dead Sea, or the dummy doom damn demon blood of the lowest of the low, or the Arzal al-Umr, or the Gotamai Got Shemani wine press. And then I, Pradyumna, would be cut or crowned, or the knight of love power, or the Katard, by Fayarahi fisherman, or the Shebat, Asbat, Sapti, straight white voice wolves, or the moonshine hair rays, or the Sabayan spirits of my Sambarahi Christ Daddy Disk treasure tablet. From what? From the Ashqal, Eshqol, Soqal, shackling, filth, foam, flow of fowls, scum, or the mind that is only scum. We say that the primacy is with the love story, not with the papers. You retard, that is not a big deal. The mind is nothing. Read the story of the heart. And that is number 1323, or Surah 317. زرد موجی بران کشتی که تخت تخت بشکافد، که هر تخت فرو ریزد ز گردش های گوناگون. Then Ein Sophie wind waves, Surah 1022, hit at my bloated ego boat hull, so that its side planks would break one by one in supplication to Allah. Every single side plank, attachment, rib cage, makeup, rib cage of my heart would fall due to a various spin and a sway of the moj. That's the moj that we have, and then the tides, and the fal asafat asfan wa riha asafan, and the Ein Sophie winds. One by one I lost my ego, and I became more and more powerless, and I lost my mind power, my sex power, and then I realized that into what kind of powerful filth. This is the river of the power, or the mind power, sex power. To what kind of filth I was clinging and hiding my insecure ego, or the spins and the sways, so that La ilaha illallah love lighter comes into my inashing nose. نهنگی هم برآرد سر، خورد آن آب دریا را، چنان دریای بی پایان شود بی آب، چون human, Hamun, desert. How could I, or Haman, how could I have known that the Barack Obama veil, or the salt soil, or the digger Dagoni Dak, digging Dagon will come out of the Dijal, the Jolayet, Jalut, Golayeti, salt water, Dijale. This is the Dijala of the mind power, and will eat, scientifically eat, drink, Dracula, vampire, moksha suck, the sweet Christ sereshed, or the water, or the belief blood, or the logos light liquor of that salty sand sea. by Apush Abisdiv or the Apush Div or the Ziaus Diavus Divus Div Deva Devi of the route, such an endless sea, a dark room that was full of moonshining knowledge, became khali khali, empty, waterless, like Hamun, human, Hamangog, Adama, time space, end time space. Then too much demonic dryness of fruitless desert, or the Brahma, Haman, human, Hamini, Zamuni, Zaman, Zamin, time, space, mortal, human, Hamini, ground, or the Hamun, Hamungag, or Hamuna of Hebrew Strong 1996-97, of Brahmini Yogis, Boogies of the Ezekiel 39:11-15-16, or Adamaic ground space-time, gets or causes the salt sea devouring veil to be torn apart. Then the desert, the too much aridness and fruitfulness of that desert got this devil, science bringing devil, to be exterminated. How? Because God said, well, nothing is remained, no flesh is remained. The Hamuna is completely arid. They are hating each other, they are killing each other. When they must attack, they are not attacking. When they should not attack, they are attacking. This Apushtiv has created tremendous amount of confusion, and the Holy Spirit is not working properly. No one is even touching the Israel. Israel is going, Netanyahu is shaking hand with the Modi. Gays are pride parading in Tel Aviv, and then they are called that apartheid system Israel. That is funny. The real Israel either stone those sodomites to death or send them to mental hospitals, or give them this witness to eat and to drink and to read, so that they might repent. But again, too much dryness of that desert, too much Adamai malfunction, too much Hamunahi malfunction of the desert, شکافت نیز آن هامون caused that Dracula or veil or belief blood drinking veil, or the salt sea jungle devouring Anu Hanuman King Kong, that has drank all of the sweet Seresht Christ water of, or the belief blood of that sea, of the mind sea, or the sea of harmony sensations. Because of that, God terminated us and got the Isahi hour to stand in front of us and finish us. And that has already actually happened. Just as a part of a time, I was just narrating it. کشد در قهر ناگاهان به دست قهر چون قارون. Triumphal tearing will be done by El Shaddai, decree of Allah, to his Yahoyashahi hand of Ras. Who is the hand of Ras, or the Dast Qahr? And that is the iron horn of the Caucasus king, or the iron rod sword of the Mahisha Syria. And the hand of the Ras, that is the 7 bowl of Ras, and that is the not the 6th one, the 7th one. That is the hour. The hand of the Ras that suddenly pulls down the Sodomite scientist genius veil with all of its excrements and Hindu yogi boogies that are dried turds that are hanging from Metatron cube, or the chassis of the juggernaut vehicle of the Hindu Hellions. That suddenly pulls down the veil, or the apostrophe, or the Deva Diavus. Zeus is in fact Deus, or Divus, or Devi, or Deva, Devaus, Devaus, devil of abyss, into the Omega depths, that is billions of times Omega stand, that of this Buddhic flatulence of the Buddhic abdomen, into the Omega depths of the Isa, or the Ritra vortexy wine press of Alpha to Omega, and surrounds it the Dodigi dirt, or the captain of our submarine that is in the Salt Sea of the scenes, like how it was done to tyrant Qarun or Korah. You can read another story at how again this drowning is being done by the negative curvature cosmos, or this is the suction or a swallowing of the heavenly flood by the earth. And so the heaven goes into high pressurized positive curvature, and from there, from the alpha top to omega bottom sucks with the 10 kuras or lavers, and then at the same time the other 9 angels, or the 10 angels, the 20 angels of the hell, the other 10 ones, they are at the alpha top, and then they smack from top. These ones is pulled down from the bottom, and that's how a little bit of Trinity and Tao is third, that are sticking and governing and malfunctioning in the world, will be circulated, and the plunging will come, and all the hair and whatever garbage is a plumbing operation will be done upon us, so that we don't go after UN to bringing justice and that kind of thing. Who the hell is human to bring justice? And that kind of again we have malfunctioned in a very stinky way, and again Qarun was swallowed with that style, but again there are other styles that like crushing comes from the top instead of being sucked. The crushing will come from the top on the third eye, and that is the stone that was crushed the 5,000 shekels of the Yogi Goliath on his third eye, or on his forelock که اجنای. چو این تبدیل ها آمد نه هامون ماند و نه دریا، چه دانم من دگر چون شد که چون غرق است در بیچون. When these revelatory events and alterations and 10 major signs of the hour, including my death and sun rising from the west and the earthquake, were unfolded like successive fall of the beads in a torn rosary, that's what we read in hadith from Rozahi Ma Ahmada, then neither Hamun, Hamun Gog, or the Hamuna nor the Salt Sea or the Dead Sea would remain. and so the Bakua will be completely blown up. And that's, again, as I said, it is at the moment the Bakua is full of the stinky fart, or the اشکالی foam, scum, false scum, جفا, kafnos, Persian, Arabic, Greek, and then it is going to be set ablaze to the lake of burning fire, or Bahrul Masjur. And so when the events came, were unfolded, then neither Hamun human, Hamun Gagai, time, mortal time, space, or the ground, nor the sea would remain. Again, this is what the flat earthers think, that this is the flat earth, but this is human. This is the humanity, or the Hamun Gagi of the, that is the bogged with Brahmini mentality, and so that's why it is like a host body of a deadly plague, and so God kills the body, and the plague is also terminated with it. And this Hamona, or the Malakuti membrane, is on top of the Dead Sea, and this is the dark matter, dark energy sea, and this is the Malakut, or the Yabeshi dry land, and that is, again, in fact, the Bakua, and all forms in the Bakua will be exterminated. And again, that is the spirit, and not the physical. How could I know that what and why happens afterwards? How could I know that what and why من دیگر چون شد که چون غرق است در بیجون. Because what and why and reason are drowned and sunk in the decree and dies Irahi, command of Allah, that is given to execute his Deidordis.
If you're a guy over 40, you need to avoid doing any type of cardio until you've watched this.
This is a day that doesn't have why and what. That's the day that Christ is sitting in his Katuzi throne. This is not the body of Christ or something like that. That is the Christ. That the disc, that is the moon. And the behind the moon is the Allahi Salam Sans or singularity. And again, we don't look like this. This is not the spirit realm. Doesn't look like this. Again, on that day, you will be like angels. چه دانم های بسیار است لیکن من نمیدانم که خوردم از دهان بندی در آن دریا کفی افیون. There are many more of these how could I have known questions, but I don't know. Because I have taken and eaten a handful of Christ's rishti intoxicant, or the Sakratul Moti, this potion from the Isahi mouse shutter, who is Katuzi seated Sultan of the waters, in that salty sea, where the more you know that you don't know. که خوردم از دهان بندی در آن دریا کفی افیون. The next fig fruit is also about mouth shutting and khamushing, or being silent. Stay silent until the little scroll is allowed to be unsealed and proclaimed or written تكلمهم أن الناس لا يعقلون بآياتنا. Unsealed of Revelation 10:4, and it is also not written, and now I have written it. It was only sealed, and now I have unsealed it, and in this witness, and it is called خاموش باش. Master Rumia Divan Shams Tabrizi, stay silent, or the خاموش باش. Sonnet 92, and here is a video clip about خاموش باش. Stay silent until the end time. Not a single one of the disciples of Christ were supposed to talk and say what I'm telling you, and that's why I'm telling you that now you know as much as the first class mystics and disciples, although you never, it is not even knowing that there's more to know, but just maybe like the very basics.
زهی باد که بهش گفت زبالا، زهی قدر و زهی فن، زهی رک و تعالی، زهی فن، زهی نور، زهی شر، زهی شور، زهی گوهر منصور، زهی پشت و تولا. زهی قال، زهی حال، زهی فر و زهی مان، تجلا، چه زانون، چه مجنون، چه لیلی و چه لیلا، چه سلطان و
Who is the Sultan?
یا چه والا، چو بی واسطه جبار بپرور جهان را، چه ماهوس چه ناموس، چه اهلا و چه سهلا.
How easy Allah has created the creation in dark matter and dark energy with 6 bangs. And Christ is the bang. Or his name is Ruhul Amin. Ruhul Amin, Amen Spirit. Chuan Hol. Whether you are the Holy Spirit on earth or in heaven, or you are Jalla Jalala, or you are the Ruhul Amin, when you enter into the truth,
and you see the Allah Almighty, the only one creator, then bend down and say Jalla Jalala. دل غمناک نباشد مکن بانگ و علالا فرو پوش فرو پوش نه بخروش نه بفروش زد بر بالا خاموش باش خاموش باش. Stay silent, stay silent. In this assembly of the charlatans, of these Buddhist baboons, of these Canaanite cursed excrements, don't say anything. Among these zombie chimpanzees and Zen masters and orangutans and scientists and heliocentric lies, don't say anything. And it needed tremendous amount of patience that is beyond my funky scope, that apostles, first class apostles of Christ, they had, and they've been all the time shutting their mouths and not saying anything. And again, this is the task of the Dabbatul Ars, to come and dod and scream, and because they are butchering my brothers and sisters in the Great March of Return. A short blurb about this fresh fig fruit. Again, in tasting this sweet fruit from Rumiyahi fig tree of Christ Karimi, garden of grapevines of Allahi Salam source, the reader will see that the Darwishi disciples of Christ's Quran, the charming Betha Karam, charming Karam Kurum Charisma, were commanded by Christ Karim, charming Christ, to stay silent until the time comes, until the time that Isa Messiah hijab, or the mystery, or the hijaban masturan, or the mystery of God, is brought to completion. And that is what we read in Revelation 10:7. Or that we call it masturan, or the hijab and masturan, through the unsealed proclamation, or the witness sharing, or the zakat of my treasure Ganj Kenz Knesset, Ganj Kenz Knesset, or the treasure box, or the Sambarai treasure box. And that is what the zakat that I must give. Feed my sheep, feed my sheep. This is the feeding of the sheep with plain facts, not with poetry, not with metaphors, not with something that but with what? With something that takes the peace away and brings the wisdom and the knowledge, because people are being butchered because of the lack of knowledge, and we have the lack of proper response. And that's why at the ultimate level, that the deception, or duruj, or duruj, or durga, has asphyxiated, choked everybody's consciousness. Talking is revitalizing, and that inshallah will be helpful to get everybody that wants to repent to repent, or those kind of things, or even to go beyond the repent and bring it into action, and then go to war because of the love to religion of Allah or Christ, attack it to false Israel of the psychedelic
distributing Aruna, Arghavan, Arjun, through the unsaid proclamation or the claim or proclamation or the witness sharing or the zakat, and that is the zakat that you can read about it. It is one of the most important pillars. And again, the wealth that I'm giving is the treasure, Knesset or Ganj or Kenz, that I must give it, because this wealth doesn't belong to me. I had to be fallen out and should send or shalak shalik it out of the love lamp to break the dead silent of end time. A deliverer, that's the Isaiah 19:20 that we read. A deliverer, the tyrannically trampled and butchered and laqad or lahazed Islam or Christian droppers of Israeli Euphrates, who are the great march of returning as Palestinian pearls. And the deliverance plan is fighting and standing firm and resisting for what makes you who you are, and you are the temples of the Holy Spirit. And so if someone is messing around with your churches and turning them into gay clubs, you must act accordingly. Breaking of the deadly silence is to deliver the dropped duas who are protesting after the Salas in Friday of Rage against the moving of the Hindu embassy of the Christian Gog with Shivalingam in Washington Monument, or the Diablos Iblis, the obelisk dildo of Jewish feminism of American dollar, crappy Kubera Kabarati God of the West, usually interest Federal Reserve Banking, to Al-Quds or to the Salam City. And so this is about this song is about staying silent, and the silence that I'm supposed to break and unseal it. زهی باغ که بشکفت زبالا، زهی قدر و زهی بدر تبارک و تعالی. Acclaim hailing that hooray heavenly garden, hooray heavenly garden, the Christ Karimi Yahu Allah Salam City, that it was opened or moonshined or they door disked from above, top fawqaha of earth, and that is a falcon of the earth, and or on top of the earth. Hooray! And it is time for us to celebrate and to cheer, because Allah has sent His Christ Karim, and His come, and the moon has come and moonshined, or opened, or Fadhad Mubinad, or Binahi talk of the seven thunder is roared, or moonshine, or the Big Bang of Genesis 1-2, from above, from top of earth, or from Fawqan of earth, of the right darkness. My series of four nasal nuance skies. Hooray to crowning night with Christ's crown and transfiguration night of Al-Qadr or Laylatul Qadr, Keter Qadrat Qudrati, mercy might, or the free love power, where when Muhammadah and Rumiyah saw the Ruhi Christ countenance hijabah of Allah. Hooray to his messianic mannamun, or the face hijab, who is blessed and blessing and baruking, or وَجَعَلْنَا مُبَارَكًا, or وَبَارَكْنَا حَوْلَهُ, that is sending barakat and ashura, his sur of Hebrew strong 833, or sur, or baraka, as we read before, or surah of Theotokos, Mother Maria, or baraka, vajalani mubarakan, and Allah has made me the blessing distributor, and has made me blessing, and I am the blessing of the world that is on fuck of the earth, or on folk of the earth, and baraka fiha, and that is how blessing is coming into the earth from the male remembrance rock. And hooray to the blessed and blessing and baruking into my nose through his 12 Baqara'ing, or Baqara. This the name of the Big Bangs, and we have, as we read before, we have Genesis 1, 5, 8, 13, 19, 23, and 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have the 6 Baqaras, and each Baqara is what is one Big Bang in the darkness, in the dark matter, dark energy. And from there, after these 6 Baqara'ing nozzles, then the 7th day, or the 7th Baqara'ing, or the history, or the time spacey Adama human starts, and then with the 8th Baqara'ing of the 7 churches, it will be wrapped up in 50,000 days that are not again 50,000 days, but they are look like as what we have as the 50,000 years. And how the Ta'ala is the Isahi Shams Tabrizi, that is upon his Qatuzi throne, of Yahuwallah, who is the Haq Hukhta Haqiyos Ta'altios Ta'ala. And so that is how we have the Zahi Badr Zeb Tabarak wa Ta'ala, Zahi Qadr Zahi Badr Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and that is the Badr, or the moon. And each moon, hooray to the moon that is blessing and sending blessing upon the night of the cold night of hell. And those are called what? Each one of those bangs are called Baqarah. The second chapter of the Book of Life, that's named as the morning cow. The morning cow. The morning cow. Each one is called one moonshine. Zahi far, zahi nur, zahi shar, zahi shur, zahi gohar mansur, zahi pusht tawalla. Hooray to that Shakainahi angelic glory grace, or the pari, or para, or fruitful far up, or the protos, or parato, and fayarahi farawahar, or fruhar, and that is the far. And then you can read about the farawahar, that is part of the farawahari fruhar, or far fairy face, and that is the hovering moon upon the Dead Sea. Hooray to that golden and yellow and sapphire and nur, zahi far, zahi nur, that is the nur, or the love light. Hooray to that
12 radiance of that is what baqara'ing, and to those baqara'i bangs in the middle of nothing. Hooray to that alluring look or sure and compassion. Hooray to that 12 flow flaring or scattered dispersed hairy white wool voicey prose, or the Mansur to that flaring Mansur or the fountain face of the jasper pearl. Hooray to that supportive backing and guardianship and friendship. زهی ملک، زهی مال، زهی قول، زهی حال، زهی پر و زهی بال، برافلاک تجلا. That is the tajalla and the emanation of God that is coming into the earth. Hooray to that olive oilahi kingdom mulk, and that is the command center of creator or the kingdom. Hooray, and who is the mulk? The mulk is the maulik of the hell, or angel of the hell, or Christ. That is inside him is the heavenly kingdom of Allah. Hooray to that wells, or the precious people, pearls, and faithful fig foliage, and jihadist gemstones, and martyr mortars, and Christian coins, and shining shepherds, that are all where the wells inside what the Kenz or Ganj or Kanisat, and which means treasure box of the gathered gemstones. And that is going to be targeted by the a bunch of orangutans on science and a steroid, soma steroid of Turturi temple. Hooray for that paracletic what? Kala kalaing, gila galing, kala kalaing, kalamos, and that is the gilgaling, or the kala kala, or kala kala, or saying. That is calling counterclockwise, gilgaling around Allah. That is from which also the Paraclete has come, and that is the Gilgal of 1537 and 35, and that is saying that what, and this calling is saying what, is saying holy, holy, holy voice of the hot cherubim's wings. That's what we have it in Ezekiel 10:5 or Revelation 4. Hooray to unfold that the holy Allahi moment of the Allahi Allah of now moment. Hooray to that kala qulling, that is the again mentioned for more than 1600 times, more than any verb it is repeated in the book of the Paraclete. Hooray to that paracletic Hoshem Esme Kala Kaleos Kile Galing Kala Kaling Kala Kalaing of Shamaimi Pentrank Rakia, when his angelic word wings Zahipar, when his angelic word wings, the sounds of many wings, that's the voice of the wings of the seraphims, and the words of the many chariots, feather foliage of the tree of life. Hooray to Ariyaohing Ariya Aron Irans flight, foliage, feathers, who dance the Sufi sabahs, with Sabaean swirls under the jasper throne, or Panah Penuel of Yasin Yasna, Izad Yazdan, Yazish Vorsi, Yisha Yashme, Jasperestorna, who appears or tajallas or emanates or faces or panas or penuels over the firmament, and that is the Allah's salam sun source that is tajallaying over the day, and then the moon gets that tajalla or emanation and then brings it into the lily tajalla, lily Susani emanation upon the hellhole. When crazy and uprising چو جان سلسله ها را به درد بهرونی، چه زلنون و چه مجنون، چه لیلی و چه لیلا. When crazy and uprising word spirit of Allahi anarchy or yearning heart logos erupt talks out or tears apart, or the Haruni tears apart the attaching chains of rib cage and Egyptian slavery. Tell to my people to come out of the mental slavery. You are like a battery that is being used in the mind machine, mega machine of the Pharaoh, and come out of it and die in the name of mercy, reza, marziyat, and attack to hatred. To thoughtful Egyptian slavery, to thoughtful falsehood of the Pharaoh. Buddha drops the vain weight of the mind and will by longing for La ilaha illallah, lovely, or inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un, return. Then how eagerly and wanting and loving and asha'ing can it be? And the Hezbollahi heart of the jumping jihadi bird, how eager can it be, like that of impatient Yunus or Jonahi, owner of fish, or a crazy lover like Petra, whose hunger need, or the hajj, or the hajat, or the ihtiyaj, or demanding appetite, or the longing thirst, Christ craving, yearning, تبتغوا عليها حاجة في صدورهم, that we looked before, for hajjah or hajjating, or the pilgrim feast, gets him to do Christ crazy launches toward what Allah, he Theos God, beyond his salam screen. And then how lovely and pulling can be the beloved love Lord, the beauty and creator cause of this magnetic mutual love attraction or Islamic enthusiasm. Because again, if we have a zeal and enthusiasm and attraction, that is not even from us, that is coming from Allah. And so that shows that he is more eager than us, or he is more longing and thirstily wanting us to come out of our mental attachments, slavery. علمهای الهی ز پس کوه برآمد، چه سلطان و چه خاقان، چه والی و چه والا. Hooray to that godly and holy and nouring knowledges. These are the علمهای الهی or علمهای الهی, elams,
or elms, or the sciences of God, or the tree of knowledge of good, the knowledges of good, or the sciences of good, or the poles that you go on top of it, and then you have science or knowledge upon the periphery. And so the knowledges of the holy and godly and sacred knowledges down from behind, beyond the mount. Who is the mount of God? Is the Lamb Ledge, or the Messianic Moon Book, or the Tur, or the Taha of Tur al-Hidayat, that is God. And so the guidance came. To Allah salam source, how Sultan, and how King, and how exalted, and how patron of the year he is. Who is behind Isa? He is Sultan of night, this lowercase sultan. چو بی واسطه جبار بپرور جهان را، چه ناقوس و چه ناموس، چه اهلا و چه سهلا. How Yahweh, the only one, Wah or Yahi one, solitarily, all alone, independent, single, and without intermediary, the dominant one, or the Jabbar Allah of the Jibrail, the compelling, dominant one, has created the cow Christ creation. When you are carrying the Holy Spirit, and then you have the Gabriel or the Gabriel spirit in you, then they accuse you that why are you so much Jabbar? Why are you so much dominant? But you are not dominant. It is the love that has made you dominant. But they see you, they don't see the love and the spirit that is working through you, in you. And that is why they hate you. And so how solitary, all alone, independently, which means lovingly, the only one that is alone and loves us without intermediary, or the dominant one, has created the cow creation, cow Christ creation, the cow Christ and the creation. First he has made the cow Christ, or the heaven and the earth, and then with this cow Christ lamp he is adding details from folk of earth's Gaia gap into her. Oh, to that Allahi architect, how Sultan and how King he is. What a lovely top bell. This is the bell, again the Naghus. The bell, or the Naghus, or the capital Logos Allah. What a lovely loud bell, and what a loudy big bang. And such a bell and such a bang. We can look at it this way, as a cause and effect type of thing. And so the cause, we can look at it as the bell, and then the bangs. And so these bangs are the real bangs, or the baqaras, the 6 baqaras, or the cow Christs that are banged. And who is banging that? Who is the shaking the bell? That is Allahi mega bell. And that is getting in fact the bell of the 7 churches to big bang, or the 7 thunder to roar. Of the bell, the big bang of the bell, or we call it in fact Buronte, or Borande, or Birun, or emanated, that is what we call as the thunders, or the Bronte, or Photofash, Efsha, flashing, or Fosh, fashing, or efsha'ing, or ashikaring, or revealing, or roaring of the Allahi bell. that in 6 he saw he big bangs, or the baqaras, who were emitted roh rud ravana ringed from Bismillahi bell, or the tetragrammatani throne, or the higher jasper stone that has Bismillah on him, on that throne. Then from there, from that higher capital Jasper, Yasin Yasna, Izad Yazdani, Yashm Yesha Jasper stone, these bangs are coming. And then they were echoed at the Eskatani end of the heavenly pen, for the moon shining, 7th love lining, bell ringing into the dead silence. And that is Allah, bell creator, created Big Bang, ringed or Christed the creation. How easy peasy, how ahlan wa sahlan, how easy peasy Allah has, with 6 bangs has made it, and on the 7th bang he gets the simulation starts, and then data mining is on the 8th day. And forget about the Big Bang that these Hindu orangutans have plagiarized. گر اجزای زمینی وگر روح امینی، چو آن حال ببینی بگو جل جلالا. Whether you are a constituent of earth or you are a ringed Ruh al-Amin, again not Ruh al-Qudish, Ruh al-Amin, Amen, Spirit, Mota and Sabma Amin of Surah 81, verse 21, that is Christ. His name is Ruach ha-Aman, or Ruh al-Amin, or the Amen, immune, trustworthy spirit. Whether you are a constituent of earth, or Hamuna, Zamuna, human, Adama, or you are a genie, or in the hellhole, or you are under the in the Dead Sea, or you are Christ. When you enter into Christ, into Isa Messiah, into day, into Mount of God, into moon, when you, although that is hard to imagine, but for an anthropos, but if you are double anthropos, or if you are 2 persons, then one of you can stand and the other one goes into the other one. That is what it means, that is Christ. When you enter into your solar self, solar slate tablet book, and then you see the Allahi author, or when you enter into your solar self, when you saw in awe that Shekinah presence, or the holy Allahi now moment of dwellings of Allah, or the hidden manna, then you bow down and you say Allah Jalla Jalala, glory be to Allah. گر افلاک نباشد به خدا باک نباشد، دل غمناک نباشد مکن بانگ و علالا. If there was no felukai firmament, again that's the firmament, that's why we read in 11:7 that the throne of Allah is hovering above the white waters, and those white waters, or the white airs, or the daily airs, are above the hellish vayu void, or the salt waters. And so that Yasin Yasna Izad Yazdani Yazeshworsi Yeshai Yashmi Yasper stone is hovering above the waters. And so and that is the providence of God, that if there was no felucai firmament to fall or fly, then there would be no fertile fear from Creator, or Father. Then everything would turn into fertility concord of the Herz Krishna scratch. If there was no firmamentally long distance relationship with love, then there would not be any patient, waiting, sad heart who dares to go after buried treasure behind the terrace of sadness. So don't complain from that sadness, because you are a sad heart that is sad because of a tremendous amount of happiness and joy that you have at your heart, or fear of losing that love. فروپوش نه بخروش نه بفروش، توی باده مدهوش یکی لحظه بپالا. Cover and lower your word voice. Cover and lower your sorrowful cries. Don't buy Buddhic gas, LGBT, life, pharaonic, tyranny, fake 3HOs of the Krishna concord. Keep making love logos and do not sell and brag. Remember that you are an awfully wandering vine. This is what I'm going to remind you. Oh people, you are the vine droplets of the Isaiah 19 verse 23, the conduit, the channel that has flooded you or Euphrates you down into Adama Hamuna or Zamuna Zamini time space in this form. You can go up in that, and that's why it says that remember that you are an awfully wandering vine of word, or the dream child. So leave, so you can go back to your vinehood, or to your firehood, or to your angel. You are not a human having a spiritual experience. You are a spirit having human experience momentary. And so you're going back to there. Don't go like Hindu chimpanzees to omness and a stagnant sound. You are a word, okay? You are a living word, and you are going back to that word realm. Or leave the buying selling of the wisdom of the yogi elders and adult gurus of the Egypt. Abstain for a mortal moment from buying and selling wisdom like the yogi elders and adult gurus of the Egypt. خاموش باش، خاموش باش، در این مجمع اوباش، مگو فاش، مگو فاش، زمولی و زمولا. Stay silent in this Babylonian gathering of charlatans and heavy gurus and sick psychopaths that are called psychologists, and sodomite scientists and evil elders and Zen masters and Taoist guards and Shakyamuni and Shaolin charlatans. Stay silent. Let them write their about the funky wisdom that is nothing but a pharaonic fart. Don't ask from Rumi master and his Messiah master for disclosing love light, or the faush efsha, or the truthful talk. In the Magogian middle of the spider ritual marketplace of Sidim Soda Shadowy Sadhus, of Shikuts Shakti Kali Moksha teachers, Zechariah 5:8 or Ezekiel 8:3, of Sodom and Egypt, and empower hungry real vampires of Pharaoh Buddha. Leave the exclusion of Gentile junks for Amir Rumi, so that Amir Rumi can come and exclude these maggots and leave the Gentile junks or the stiff-neck philosophers of Phil or Enki or Ganesha or elephant or Phil or Thoth out for Amir. And now I have told you about the mystery of these maggots that are selling wisdom. But again, and even making fun of the Master Rumia or someone that loves the precious, my precious ring, and I love that ring as a Pradyumna, and that is again, they've been making fun not only and making joke, not only by bringing LGBT feel to it, not only by desecrating, not only by bombing, not only by making movies, but now with the plan, now they but by planning for attacking like thieves. That's how much wicked is the ego, and that's how they've been planning, and that's why they are called Shikuts, and their god is the Shikuts, Shakti, Shikuts, giving God that is giving them nothing but Shakti, Shikutsi, Shaka. And so that is why it says that stay silent because it is night time. And if I was not told to وَإِذَا وَقَعَ الْقَوْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ يَخْرَجْنَ لَهُمْ دَابَّةً مِنَ الْأَرْضِ, and if I was not told to talk and to tell or proclaim, then I wouldn't have done it.